Race coming to you live tonight. And finally, at last, the 2022 Stanley Cup Playoffs have arrived, folks. And it's night one of the postseason. 4 games on the docket. The first one being this one between the Boston Bruins and the Carolina Hurricanes. As I start the broadcast, already 2 periods in the books in this one. It is a 2-0 lead for Carolina. It's game 1 of this best of 7 first-round series in the Eastern Conference. Carolina finished first in the Metropolitan Division, and Boston, meanwhile, the first wild card team out of the Eastern Conference. We're ready to drop the puck in period number 3. Thanks so much, everyone, for tuning in. I wish I could have called this game from the start, but I was covering my high school's lacrosse game. But here we are nonetheless. Glad to come on for the last 20 minutes of regulation anyways. The Hurricanes in the regular season, a 34-1-3 record when leading after 2 periods. So odds point their way when it comes to who will get the win in game 1. However, you never know in the Stanley Cup playoffs. The Bruins trying to turn things around here in the final period of play. It was 0-0 till about 5 minutes left in that second period. This puck picked up in the neutral zone and brought forward by Andrei Svechnikov. The Bruins will win it back on the far side. Now it's Pastrnak through center ice. His pass to Hall intercepted. And now the Bruins will dump it in deep. This puck retrieved by Carolina's Tony DeAngelo. DeAngelo on the first line defense. Pastrnak keeps it alive in the offensive zone for Boston. He dumps it in the near corner. McAvoy's pass cut off along the end boards. And the Hurricanes will clear it down ice. That is an icing call. Well, a reminder that there's so many games to look forward to. Look at the upcoming schedule. Later on tonight, 9:30 Eastern Time, it's the Blues and Wild. At 10, it's the Kings and Oilers. And then tomorrow, the night gets started at 7 when the Penguins battle the Rangers. And then at 7:30, it's the Capitals taking on the Panthers. Playoff hockey, nothing better than the Stanley Cup playoffs. And also going on right now, Tampa Bay, Toronto. It's the Maple Leafs with a 3-0 lead, 4:04 left in the second period. Here's Craig Smith down the right wing. His shot blocked, gets his own miss, and another shot fired on net. Save made there by Rinta. And the Bruins will reset. Charlie Coyle in deep, and that ricocheted off the wall. Gloved by the netminder, and he'll hold on for a stoppage in play. Carolina Hurricanes 42-1-0 when leading by 2+ goals this season. Their only loss came to New Jersey. Antti Ranta in goal for Carolina tonight. The Hurricanes battling with their own goaltender issues. Ever since Mrazek suffered an injury about midway through the season, they haven't really coped well in his absence. Jake DeBrusk will flip it into the far corner. Patrice Bergeron has won 7 of 19 faceoffs. It looks like we have an offside call. $18:02 to go in the third period of play. Pyotr Kochetkov, the backup goaltender for Carolina, only played 3 games in the regular seasen. He was 3-0-0 with a 2.42 goals against average. He is the backup as we speak to Antti Ranta. The shot's 28-19 in favor of Boston. Face-off here coming in the neutral zone, and it's won by Carolina, possessed by Martin Necas. Necas goes cross ice to Ian Cole. Cole flips it ahead, chased down in the corner by Kotkaniemi. Kept alive at the right point by Sebastian Aho. Aho, of course, one of the star players for Carolina. There's Curtis Lazar for Boston. It's out to the neutral zone. Tomas Nosek applies the pressure, and now a hit delivered in front of the Boston bench. Carolina dumps it in, makes a change. The Bruins start up from behind the net. This is flipped ahead by Boston's David Pastrnak. A chance out in front. The backhand effort parried aside by the blocker of Raanta. Now it's battled for along the end board. Centering pass. Shot on and they score! The Bruins cut the lead in half. With traffic in front, it's Taylor Hall who puts Boston on the board. And finally, Boston breaks their deadlock here early on in period 3. It was taken along the end boards where McAvoy was the one battling there with Jarvis. Finally, it was pried loose. And the centering pass there by Eric Haula. What a season Haula's had. He found Hall, and Hall just on a one-timer able to slip it by Raanta glove side. And I don't think Raanta was really able to locate that puck. It was through a whole lot of traffic. And the Bruins make it a 2-1 game. It's game on here in Carolina. Let's see what that goal can do for Boston momentum-wise. Just under 17 minutes remaining here in regulation. Game 1 of this first-round series. Many people predicting this one to be really a coin flip of a series. That's how tight these two teams appear to be. There have been 219 comeback wins in the third period this season in the NHL, second most in NHL history. So this is the season in particular where comebacks have not come as a surprise, I should say. That was a nice hit delivered in front of the Boston bench by Carolina. And trying to get him right back was Trent Frederick, and he gets tied up with Cole. The referee stops play and splits the two up. It was Trent Frederick and Ian Cole tangled up there, but tempers not flaring, at least just yet. 16:07 left here in period 3. 2-1 Hurricanes over the Bruins. These two teams have actually met twice over the last 4 postseasons, I should say. Boston winning both of those series rather comfortably, a sweep and 4-1. That puck deflects out of play into the protective netting. Of course, the last time these two teams met in the playoffs was 2 years ago in the bubble, where Boston won 4-1. We have another update in the Tampa Bay-Toronto game. My goodness, the Maple Leafs absolutely cruising right now. They have just scored a 4th goal. Mitch Marner making it 4-0 with 1:31 left in the second period. Also, a reminder, coming up next, it's the Blues and the Wild. Marc-Andre Fleury getting warmed up for that one. That game will start when this one comes to a close. Here comes Boston. Jake DeBrusk whiffed on the shot. And now to the right point it comes. Carlo unable to keep it alive, and it's offsides on Brad Marchand. And D'Angelo appears to be frustrated about something for Carolina. Not sure what that's all about, but D'Angelo certainly giving a mouthful to the officials. Back underway, Carolina wins the faceoff in the neutral zone. 2-1, Carolina in front. The total goals in this game, the over-under by Caesars Sportsbook, set at 5.5. And the line, 1.5 in Carolina's favor. Here's Nosek for Boston. He moves it ahead all the way through to the Carolina zone. The Bruins out shooting Carolina 6-0 here in the third period. And that will go down for icing. Face-off coming back in Boston's zone. Night one of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Of course, this season we had to wait a bit longer for these playoffs to get underway. Usually they would have started about 3 weeks ago, actually. But because of all those COVID postponements earlier in the season, the playoffs got pushed back by a few weeks. And so here we are, first week of May, playoffs finally underway. Stanley Cup final, I believe, will begin, I want to say, June 18th. And if it went to a game 7, would wrap up on the second to last or last day of June, something like that. That shot turned aside by Linus Ullmark. Ullmark in goal for Boston tonight. He and Swayman have really traded off throughout the season. Of course, Tuukka Rask retired very early on in the season. Here's Svechnikov with a chance. He shoots wide. Not too far off the mark. And now here comes Boston the other way. It's Pastrnak all alone for now. Backhand shot denied short side by Ranta. Here's Hall for the Bruins. Turnaround shot. It's saved through traffic. Pastrnak took a spill in the goal crease. Now Boston resets in the neutral zone. Pastrnak from the point fires just wide of the post. Now here comes Carolina. It's one back by Boston in the neutral zone. They're the first to every puck right now. Taylor Hall shoots. It's off the post. Now a second chance. Here's Halla on the backhand. Puck loose on the side of the net, and Ranta locates and covers up. Carolina can now breathe a huge sigh of relief. The Bruins all over the Canes to start this period. It's game 1 of round 1 on night 1 of the Stanley Cup playoffs. The Hurricanes leading the Bruins 2-1, but Boston finally on the board here in the third. Back with more right after the break. And welcome back into the broadcast, everybody. Taylor Hall with the first goal of the game for Boston. A one-timer from one knee, going glove side for the finish through traffic. And moments ago, Taylor Hall had another chance. There might have been a slight redirection from Erik Haula, and he nearly had a second goal. Taylor Hall also hitting the post. So he's had an unbelievable amount of chances really here in the third period. 18 shifts tonight, 14 minutes on ice. His goal earlier in the period, his 8th career playoff goal. Of course, his second season with the Boston Bruins. Carolina wins the draw. 13:35 left in regulation. A big hit delivered in the neutral zone as the Bruins try to recover from that. It's wound in deep by Seth Jarvis. Jarvis, a young player who has been very impressive this season. Boston back with the puck. Flipped into the neutral zone where it's gloved down by Seth Jarvis. Hall will start it up for the Bruins. Hall enters the zone, right wing, shoots, and it's just wide of the net. Now Carolina could break out in a 2-on-1. Passed over to the left wing, and they score. The 2-goal lead restored. It's Toivo Teravainen, and it's 3-1 Carolina. And PNC Arena erupts in jubilation. Taylor Hall with yet another chance at one end for Boston. The Bruins unable to pounce on the rebound chance. Carolina instead starting up a 2-on-1 at the other end of the ice and make the Bruins pay. It's been all Boston this period. And the Bruins made it a one-goal game earlier in the third, but Carolina completely against the run of play restores the 2-goal advantage. And it's a 3-1 game in favor of the Hurricanes. Just under 13 minutes left now in the third period of play. What's good, Ben? Welcome into the broadcast. No, this isn't going to plan, man. Not at all. I appreciate you stopping by, man. I'm sorry I haven't done a broadcast in a week now. I've been just super busy. It's been insane. I really wanted to do the Celtics game yesterday. Had something else going on. And then I was covering my high school's lacrosse game earlier tonight, so couldn't come on till the third period of this game. But I do promise I'll be on for the Celtics tomorrow as Omar covers up on a shot from distance. And now things getting chippy. Charlie Coyle and Trocheck exchanging words, and they'll have to be split up before they drop the gloves eventually. What's good, Hugo? Welcome in. Yes, I did see the Puma-Seattle game, Hugo. Sorry I couldn't go on to call that match. I'm trying to remember. That was Wednesday. Yeah, I was just super tired that night. In fact, I fell asleep in the second half. I just had no energy to call that game because I had come back from doing my high school's baseball game, and it was just a long day. So that's why I wasn't able to do that game. But yeah, it was still crazy. I fell asleep when it was 2-0 Pumas, and then woke up and watched the highlights and couldn't believe it. But yeah, the second leg is going to be quite something. That's for sure. Here's Connor Clifton with a short side effort. That's turned aside by Ranta. This puck flipped into the air. Nah, Pumas didn't get robbed. Stop it. You can't choke a 2-goal lead. I mean, they only have themselves to blame at the end of the day. No check can't quite keep it in. All right, Ben. I understand, man. Yeah. Unfortunately, I was gone during the Celtics game yesterday. I had something going on, but tomorrow night I'm free, so I'll be able to do it. Reminder that coming up next, it's game one between the Blues and Wild, and then at 10 Eastern time, it's game one between the Oilers and the Kings. Tomorrow night, Penguins Capitals gets the night started as offside is called against Nino Niederreiter. 11:13 to go. It's a 3-1 lead for Carolina. Vladimir Tarasenko warming up for the St. Louis Blues. Game one of the Blues and Wild coming up next. Speaking of Tarasenko, 287 career goals for him in the regular and postseason, the fifth most in Blues history. That should be a very good series, just like this one here between the Bruins and the Hurricanes. Carolina has won 15 more faceoffs than Boston, 34-19 in that category. The Bucks won yesterday, Hugo. Yeah, the Bucks won. It was a horrendous shooting day for the Celtics. They were solid defensively, the Celtics, but shooting wise, they were absolutely terrible. Have the Bruins had a good season? Yeah, it's been all right, Ben. Some ups and downs, to be honest with you. Yeah, they've been all right. They've had some good spells, some not so good spells, but they certainly have the potential to make a deep run in the postseason if they can play their best hockey on a consistent basis. If they get hot at the right time, it could work out for them. Taylor Hall gets rattled against the boards. By the way, Tampa Bay and Toronto are in the second intermission. It's a 4-0 lead for Toronto as Carolina ices the puck, and the faceoff will be coming back in their own zone. What's good, Adam? Welcome into the broadcast. I know I'm late, man. I apologize. I was covering my high school's lacrosse game, which started at the same time as this game, and didn't end till like 8:30. So I got home right as the second period ended. But at least I'm able to come on here for the third period, um, and cover the rest of this one. As that's passed in front, and Coyle denied from point blank range. More pushing and shoving in front of the Carolina goal. And Coyle yet again in the middle of it all. You had Carolina winning this by one? How dare you, Adam? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen much of the game, obviously, since I was gone, but it sounded like the Bruins had a solid first period and starts the game, but just couldn't capitalize and score. And of course, Carolina had those 2 goals in the second, but so far here in the third, it's been pretty much all Bruins, despite both teams scoring here in the third. And look at this, getting tangled up were Craig Smith and Vincent Trocheck. Puck still in play. It's up in the high slot. Move to the right wing. Shot saved. Puck is loose in front. Backhand effort off the post. And a penalty will be called against Carolina. Or will it be against Boston here? Let's see. What an unbelievable sequence. It will be against the Hurricanes. An interference call on Carolina. And that penalty, I believe, assessed to Brendan Smith. Yes, Brendan Smith was the one who just absolutely took out Craig Smith. Sorry, it wasn't Trocheck. It was Brendan Smith on Craig Smith. No relation between the two. No, Hugo. Pumas doesn't need to win by 2. It's tied on aggregate heading into the second leg. So it's essentially a one-off now because away goals don't play a factor in the final. So it's essentially 0-0. So forget the aggregate score at this point. Pumas is playing Seattle in the CONCACAF Champions League final, Adam. Yeah, that's what Hugo's talking about. The Hurricanes, 88% on the penalty kill, which led the league in the regular season. The Bruins 30 seconds into the power play. Pastrnak tried to slice it across. Hall retrieves in the neutral zone. Cross ice it goes to Bergeron. He holds at the blue line. Back it goes. The Bruins reset with McAvoy. A nice self-pass by McAvoy. All the way to the end boards. We'll swing it around. Hall can't control. And it's flipped ahead into the path of Aho. Aho fires one on Ullmark. And he'll leave it for Patrice Bergeron. Under a minute left on the Boston power play. The Canes leading 3-1 with under 9 minutes left in regulation. Craig Smith now. Nice pass over to the left point. Deflected effort. And Duranta will slide into the corner. Carolina clears again. All the way back it comes to Lindholm. Hampus Lindholm acquired from the Anaheim Ducks earlier in the season. What's up, Nate? Welcome in. That pass once again knocked out of the zone. The Bruins finding no success whatsoever here on the power play. This is Charlie Coyle gaining the line. Coyle trying to stay with it, but it gets away. Carolina once again clears, and that should do it for the penalty kill. All of the fans inside PNC Arena on their feet. Brendan Smith out of the box for the Hurricanes, and the power play over for Boston. Oh, geez, that's crazy, Adam. Offside, meanwhile, called. Yeah, I know. It's been a while since I streamed in the first place. I've been super busy with so much stuff. It's crazy. But I'm glad I'm able to come back on for the Bruins tonight. I'll be on for the Celtics tomorrow as well. Back after the break, it's game 1 of this first round series in the Stanley Cup Playoffs. 3-1 Carolina leads. I'm back after the break. And welcome back into the broadcast, everybody. A 3-1 lead for the Hurricanes over the Bruins. Patrice Bergeron in his 18th season with the Bruins, 982 career points, which marks the fourth most in Bruins history. And yes, Ben, my lacrosse team won. It was pretty much a waste of time, to be honest. We played all of our games, and we completely dominated them. The final score was 24-0. So, yeah. But whatever. I get paid for calling their games, so I can't complain, even though I had to miss some of the Bruins game for that demolition. But yeah, we won easily. Our conference is very weak for lacrosse, so we dominate all our conference opponents. It's the non-league games where we really get tested. And then once the state tournament comes around, that's when there's much more competitive games, for sure. But yeah, we have a good lacrosse program at our school. But yeah, it definitely was a whooping. Yeah. No match at all, really. It was, yeah. It was just what the score suggests. 7 minutes left, meanwhile, here in the third period of play. Oh, and look at this. Nosek's getting into it with Kotkaniemi. They're pushing and shoving all the way to the benches. Here's Taylor Hall. Hall spins around, pass deflects out to center ice. Brandon Carlo is there. The Bruins outshooting Carolina 8-2 here in the third period. Here's a chance for Pastrnak. He shoots wide. The wrister and a golden chance for Boston. Kept in momentarily, but knocked away. Grzelcyk stays with it and re-enters the offensive zone, but offsides is called. Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't have too many thoughts on the Patriots draft picks. I don't follow college football that closely, so I really can't be the ultimate judge on how the Patriots did in the draft. I think overall it's okay. I mean, I thought their first pick was very interesting. I wasn't a huge fan. I mean, as I mentioned, I don't know the players that well, obviously, because I don't follow college football that closely. But I thought I didn't really like the positions they picked, like getting a guard in the first round. I don't think that was our first need. So, I mean, I thought it was an okay draft. I mean, I'm never really impressed by the Patriots in NFL drafts year in, year out. So, it is what it is. We'll see how those players end up panning out. Here's a wraparound effort and a short side stop made by Antti Ranta. Coming up next, it's game one between the Blues and the Wild. What a season it's been for Kirill Kaprizov. 47 goals in the regular season, the most in Wild history. It's only his second season in the league, and he's tearing it up. Yeah, Lightning losing 4-0 indeed, Adam. You picked them to win. Wow. Yeah, Toronto is dominating them. My goodness. This is fought for. Marchand comes away with possession. Marchand shoots, blocked, and chased down in the far corner by Patrice Bergeron. Bergeron around the wall, gets by McAvoy. Marchand into the slot. Carolina takes it away. Here's a 2-on-1 for Carolina. Niederreiter down the left wing. He shoots, deflected wide. A nice block there. And now it comes out to the neutral zone. Marchand goes limping, I believe, to the Boston bench. Tripped up was DeBrusk. And yeah, Marchand's in a lot of pain as he finally takes his seat on the Bruins bench. Here's Ullmark. He'll spin it around to center ice. That's mishandled. The Bruins pounce on it. Craig Smith down the right wing. Shoots. Save made. Antti Ranta comes up huge for Carolina. 5 minutes to go in the third period. Bruins down by 2. That shot from the left point blocked. Craig Smith fighting for it. He'll try his luck, and another block, this time by Carolina's Ian Cole. Bruins keep it alive. It's Clifton. Over to Smith, the one-timer gloved. And a lot of pushing and shoving once more. Trent Frederick going at it. And things starting to get heated here as the referees quickly step in to intervene and calm down the tempers. Yeah, definitely a weird draft, Hugo. No doubt about it. Weird draft all around. I'll be back after the break, folks. We'll head to the finish line of regulation time. The Bruins needing 2 goals. It's 3-1 Carolina. And we welcome you back into the broadcast, everybody. It's the first night of the 2022 Stanley Cup playoffs. In my opinion, there's nothing like the Stanley Cup playoffs. I think they're the best playoffs in all of American sports. That's just my opinion. I think there's nothing like playoff hockey, folks. Just the atmosphere, the crowds, the the unexpected that occurs, the overtime thrillers, the marathon games, everything about it is awesome. The Hurricanes 29-8-4 at home this season, trying to use home ice to their advantage here in this series. And look at this, off the Bruins face off. It's Carolina on the breakaway. What a save by Linus Ullmark. Ullmark denies Martin Necas on the breakaway chance. Here's Bergeron, pass to the left wing, pass down low to McAvoy. McAvoy lost the puck in the far corner. A good hit delivered there. Down went Jordan Staal. Marchand fires one in towards the slot. Carolina clears. 4:10 remaining here in the third period. The Bruins running out of time. It's Grzelcyk through the neutral zone. He'll swing it around the end boards. Craig Smith knocked off the puck. Sebastian Aho the other way. He enters the zone, down the left wing. Into the circle he goes. Grzelcyk blocks off the pass. Moved ahead to Smith. Smith rattles one off the end wall. Oh, what a hit delivered there. Eric Hallow with the puck in the neutral zone. That pass didn't connect, I should say. Around it comes to the left wing. Eric Hallow, spin around shot, blocked in the slot. Brought the other way by Jacob Slavin. Well, that's good to know, Ben. Yeah, at least they have a small league. I mean, obviously, probably no one cares around there, but it's a lot of fun. Here's a chance in front, and they score. Carolina makes it 4. A tight angle shot put home by Vincent Trocheck, and that should just about be the dagger here in game 1. 4-1, the Hurricanes lead here in game 1. A really sharp angle when Trocheck shot this puck. I mean, he was on the goal line. It actually went off the shoulder of Ullmark, and in it appeared. Actually off his mask. Let's see one more time. Yeah, that's off the back of his mask and into the net. A bit of misfortune there for the Bruins. But Carolina won't care one bit. A third career playoff goal for Vincent Trocheck. And with 3 minutes to go, it's a 3-goal lead for the Hurricanes. The net now empty for Boston. Extra skater on the ice, as the Bruins need one quickly at this stage. Bergeron shoots just wide of the net. Pastrnak down to Taylor Hall. What's good, Mike? Welcome in. This is Bergeron to the back of the net. And now out to the neutral zone. It's retrieved by McAvoy. McAvoy nearly lost it, and he does. It's Niederreiter hitting the brakes in the left corner. Feeds it back, and before getting a shot away, it was stolen from Jesper Fast. The Hurricanes have it as Marchand lost his stick. It's Aho. Passes across, and they score into the empty net. Andrei Svechnikov with the exclamation point for the Hurricanes. He makes it 5-1 with 2:01 remaining. And Carolina is going to take game one here in this best-of-7 series. Oh, yeah, that's right. Adam is Mike. Oh, my God. I don't know how many times they're going to be. I'm going to have to be told that to remember. Thanks for reminding me, Hugo. Yep, you got me there, Adam. You got me there. No, I don't know about that, Adam. It's just game one. It's just game one, man. Crazy things can happen. But yeah, not the start to the series the Bruins were looking for, obviously. Tripped up there along the half boards was Jordan Martinook. Now it's moved ahead to the neutral zone where it's sent back the other way. And I believe icing's the call. 1:13 to go. And this arena is rocking right now. The fans showed out tonight in Raleigh, North Carolina. Here's Brandon Carlo off the faceoff win. It wasn't icing, actually. I'm not sure what the call was because the faceoff took place at center ice. Now it's Trent Frederick on the puck. 1 minute remaining in game one of this first round series. Back it comes to Carlo. Into the middle, it's Coyle. Brad Marchand, by the way, just 1 goal in his last 14 games, and that goal was an empty netter. He's been cold as of late. Here comes Carolina again. Slap shot saved by Olmark. The chance there for Max Domi. A lot of physical play here in game one. This series is only getting started, folks. There's a hit delivered on Charlie Coyle. The puck picked up in the defensive zone by Martin Necas. 20 seconds to go. Necas in deep. Bruins trying to move it out, and they do. Back it comes in the Carolina zone, and there's going to be a fight breaking out as the final horn approaches. They'll stop the game with 6.1 seconds left, and it's complete mayhem out on the ice. It looks like before anyone officially drops the gloves, the referees will split everyone up. A couple of helmets came off. Plenty of sticks dropped. Game 2 of the series will be Wednesday night, 7 Eastern time. Won't want to miss that one. Coming up next, it's the St. Louis Blues and the Minnesota Wild. That game just got underway. Well, in the end, they didn't fight. I thought there was going to be a fight. By the looks of it, I thought there were 2 players who were going to really drop the gloves and throw some punches, but the referees came in to split them up before before anything got out of hand. But at first glance, I thought they were going to drop the gloves. Yes, it is best of 7, Ben. So first to win 4 games wins the series. It's the same exact format as the NBA playoffs, except the NHL doesn't have the play-in tournament like the NBA now does. But yeah, it's 4 rounds just like the NBA, all best of 7 series. Antti Ranta tonight, a very solid performance in goal for Carolina. 6 seconds left. The face-off in the Boston zone. Bruins win it. It'll be tapped around the boards by Clifton. Boston clears, and the horn sounds. Carolina takes game 1 and leads the series early on. 5-1 is your final score tonight. It was a 2-1 game earlier in the third period, and Boston very much seemed to be in this game. But in the end, the Hurricanes get the job done comfortably when all was said and done, despite being outshot in this game. Well, that will do it for my broadcast, everybody. I hope you're wrong about that, Adam. I hope you're wrong about that prediction. Hope you guys enjoyed the broadcast. I'm glad I was able to come on for the third period, even though that was a very disappointing end to that game for the Bruins. But don't worry, folks. It's just the start of this series. Game 2 will be Wednesday night. I hope to be on the call for at least some of that game. I will be on the call for the entire Celtics-Bucks game tomorrow night. So I'll see you then for that. Until then, good night, everybody. Carolina takes game 1, 5-1 over the